Good evening and welcome to the Cherry Hill West Weekly Report. I'm Mark Roma.
And I'm Susan Desnal, and here's the news. On Sunday night, November 21st, students from Cherry Hill East and West arrived home safely after 2 weeks in Spain and France. For an in-depth look at this fascinating exchange program, stay tuned tonight for the special edition where students from both schools will speak about their experiences.
Cherry Hill West is currently involved with Spirit Week this week. Monday was a clash day with which everyone wore clothes that clashed. Tuesday was an era day with which each class dressed up in a certain era. The seniors dressed in punk, while the juniors dressed in toga, the sophomores dressed in the 60s, and the freshmen dressed in the 50s. And today's Spirit Week ended the school day with a pep rally, 8th period, in the Jones Gym. Tonight there will be a bonfire starting at 7:30 at the Jonas C. Memorial Stadium, followed by a rock concert in the auditorium featuring Silent Night.
Now here's film critic Patty McCall for this week's movie review.
Today I'm going to be reviewing the movie Creepshow, which was a film written by Stephen King, author of the movie Carrie, and directed by George Romero, who also directed the movie Night of the Living Dead. The movie is actually 5 separate stories. In this scene, which we'll see in a moment, they have just discovered a mysterious shipping crate under the stairs of a college science lab.
Doc? Oh, be my guest, Mike. It's your fine.
Oh, you're right. There's probably nothing in there but a bunch of rocks and plants that'll turn to dust if you touch them. But I'm pretty hot to see, just the same.
To tell you the truth, so am I.
Doc, it's loosening up. Could you,
Oh, yeah. Take this last nail out of here.
something in there, Doc? Something shiny. Looks like a couple of animals.
In the movie Creepshow, George Romero combines the use of comic strip animation with live action, as he tries to combine comedy with horror. The animation gives the movie an original look, but the plot and the monsters of the movie are far from original. The plot of the story is totally predictable. After the first 2 minutes of each story, it is quite obvious what's going to happen at the end, and the monsters of the movie seem familiar, as if you'd seen them in some other movie before. The monsters were more laughable than they were frightening. On the whole, the movie Creepshow succeeds as a comedy, but not as a horror movie.
Seniors are reminded to have the remaining $149 for the senior trip to Florida by December 15th. Everyone is also reminded to buy their tickets for the upcoming Robert Hazard concert in Cherry Hill West Auditorium. It is December 4th at 7:30. Tickets are $6 in advance and $7.50 at the door. Everyone is reminded that it is open to Cherry Hill public students only. There are only a limited amount of tickets, so get them in advance.
The Youth Coordinating Council of Cherry Hill has produced and developed a directory of resources for the family and youth involved in the Cherry Hill school systems. The Drug and Alcohol Advisory Board of Cherry Hill supported this booklet, which will be mailed in early December. The directory includes information about the Cherry Hill public schools, community, government agencies, health agencies, recreation programs and facilities, and social services. This booklet is called Joining Sources in Cherry Hill, and extra copies are available at the Township Building and the Cherry Hill Library.
And now in sports. The 1982-83 soccer team concluded the season with an impressive 18 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie record. In the first round of the coaches' tournament, West defeated Collingswood by a score of 1-0, only to be defeated by Millville 2-1 in the second round. In the state tournament, West defeated Willingboro in a 3-2 penalty shot shootout, only once again to be defeated by Millville 1-0 in the round. In West football, the team is overcoming a very tough season this year, and they conclude their season Thursday against the crosstown rivals East. The game is at 11 a.m. and is at the Cherry Hill West Stadium.
Thank you for watching the West Weekly Report. Please join us again next week at this time. Good night.
Good night.
Good evening and welcome to this week's East Update for Wednesday, November 24th. I'm John McGee with Tricia Davis. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving Day, and many people will be giving thanks to East students and staff for their contributions in this year's Goodwill collection. East students and staff were asked to donate clothes and small appliances, and the effort was a big success. Thanks for making the contributions.
A Christmas Carol is coming along incredibly well. It will be a very unique and exciting experience because this performance is a classic piece which has been adapted for the multimedia. This show will be sponsored by Ruth's Hallmark Card Shop in Voorhees. Since Hallmark's national trade slogan is "Have a Dickens of a Christmas," they have offered to promote the show. There will be a raffle held at the end of the performance. Save your ticket stubs because you may be the winner of the 10-speed bicycle. A Christmas Carol, directed by Robert D. Nation, will be performed by the Cherry Hill East Theater Department the weekend of December 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Mr. Nation and film teacher Mr. Kovnet had come up with a technique never before used in a high school performance. The idea is to project images of a distorted ghost on large screens. So technically, this is a very hard show to produce. The costumes are going to be very extraordinary because it is a timepiece. The costumes are radiant in color and will be spectacular. The language varies from Cockney to Standard English. The whole show is double-casted. Mr. Nation felt this was necessary in order to give a fair opportunity to anyone who wanted a role in the play. Robert Nation is happy to be back on his feet again, directing a straight show. He feels that it is a great challenge, and he loves to be challenged.
NYT Cable TV is sponsoring a 33-school competition for $50,000 in scholarships called the Knowledge Bowl. Each will be participating in the series of quiz shows between area schools. Only juniors and seniors are eligible to compete, and you must have submitted an application form to Miss Beck to be able to take the written exam for determining team members, which was administered this afternoon. Notification of those people who will be considered for the team will be on Monday, November 29th. Lists will be posted on the door of the broadcast room, that's F81, and in Gaddens. East's first match will be on Thursday, March 17th, 1983, against Camden High. The Cum Laude Society is now offering tutoring services for East students. Contact the Cum Laude Society officers or Miss Beck or sign up in A008.
All students are reminded of the Thanksgiving dance tonight from 7:30 to 10:30 in the girls' gym. Admissions is only $1.50, and all proceeds will be given to the Leukemia Fund. The theme this year is the 50s, so come in a costume or just be as you are and have a good time. Tomorrow is the Thanksgiving parade and game, East football team versus our challengers from West. It will begin at 11 a.m. The pregame show will be performed by West Band and the halftime show by East's very own marching band. The winner of the game will receive the Al DeBart Trophy, which is a football shoe. This trophy is a memorial to Al DeBart, once a teacher who died Thanksgiving Eve in the late 60s. Also, there will be judges on hand from the Board of Education to determine the most creative float.
It's November again, and it's time for winter sports to begin. Sports like basketball and wrestling are well known, but one of these sports isn't really heard about much, and that's the bowling team. It's coached by Mr. Don Witzig, and it begins competition on November 29th. And congratulations to senior Pete Hazel for winning the cross-country AA award at Home Dell this past weekend.
Cherry Hill East had one of the state's top girls gymnastics teams this year, and several team members have earned state honors. There's Jill Ferreira with a report.
This is Jill Ferreira here with Mr. Phil Frank, coach of the girls gymnastics team, and Cindy Danker, sectionals all-around champion. Mr. Frank, how do you feel about winning the sectionals?
Well, we're always happy to win the sectionals. We've done it a couple of times now, and we feel real good about it. Very pleased for the girls and for the school.
What was the competition like this year?
There were a few teams who we felt might give us a little problem, but by and large we felt we were going to win it. We were ranked number 3 going into sectionals because we have such tremendous depth on our team, such a number of girls who can compete on the sectional level. We varied our lineup during the year, and for that reason our total scores were somewhat lower than some other teams because we never really fielded our best team in a meet until the sectional meet. So we were ranked number 3, and I think we were surprising to a couple of teams that came up.
How are the girls this year compared to previous years?
We had an exceptionally strong team as far as the numbers of girls who had capabilities of competing and qualifying for the sectional meet. Years past, it's been we've had strong teams, but never one with such depth. We had quite a number of seniors this year, 8 seniors, as well as several freshmen and sophomores and a junior who could really fill out the team very, very well.
I understand you have some outstanding freshmen this year.
Yes, we have 3 girls who did a lot of competing for us this year and did quite well. Janet Denker, who unfortunately had some knee problems and was unable to compete in the sectional meet. Andrea Cleary, who competed in the sectional meet, and finally in the state meet took 3rd in the state on vault. And Karen Barr, who competed also in the sectional meet, and in the state meet took 3rd in the state on uneven bars. So we have 3 really outstanding freshmen. We have a number of freshmen who are coming along and look very, very promising for next year. We didn't really have a good opportunity to compete this year because of the depth of the team.
Who were the high scorers in the sectional of the state this year?
Actually, I think each girl who was in the meet from our team did an excellent job as far as maintaining their scores, their own scores. The captain of the team, Cindy Chiola, did an excellent job this year on even bars for us and at the state meet, as well as on vaultings. She was very surprising. And of course, the 2 freshmen, Andrea Cleary and Karen Barr, did an exceptional job in their roles during the sectional meet. Senior members of the team, Cindy Denker, of course, and Patty Pascacello helped to round out the team. So we were very pleased with the performances of all the girls. I really couldn't attribute our success at the States to any one particular girl. Every girl really did an excellent job. So it's hard to pick one out who really did a super job. They all did a super job.
Thank you, Mr. Frank. Cindy, how long have you been in gymnastics?
I started when I was about 10 or 11, so that's about 6 years. And I guess, like, now to get into the Olympics and the real high level, you have to start when you're really young, like 3 or so. But so I was a little late. But
How often and how long do you work out?
well, I work out about 5 days a week for about 5 hours. I go right after school from 1:30 till 6:30 in the gym, and then during the high school season, I also come here one of the days.
Do you want a career in gymnastics?
No, I don't. I think really what I'm looking for is like for college, to do it in college, maybe get a scholarship. I've been corresponding with some colleges, and really that's what, I don't want to go into coaching, but I do want to do it in college.
Thank you. This has been Jill Ferreira with Phil Frank and Cindy Denker.
East varsity ice hockey team defeated Central Bucks High School by a score of 13-1. This was the Cougars' 5th straight win. They outshot the Central Bucks team by a total of 67-9. Goals were scored by Bill Hoffman, Mike Block, Klaus Primus, Dan Bach, Bob Beck, Mike Castley, and Jeff Coles. Bob McConnell and Ed Hoffman shared the net minding for East. And students who are still interested may sign up for another racquetball tournament December 11th and 12th at the Water Tower Racquetball and Tennis Courts. See Mr. Shepard for further details.
Debbie Grieca, a member of the freshman class, was featured on Kids World on Channel 10 on Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Debbie and her sister were featured because of their accomplishments on the violin. Congratulations to both Debbie and her sister.
The annual East-West Thanksgiving Day game will be aired in its entirety on Channel U34 on Wednesday, December 1st, following East Update. Included in coverage of the game will be the halftime homecoming activities. So remember, if you can't make it to the game, you can see the East-West game on December 1st here on Channel U.
Many seniors are getting very frantic, trying to get all of their applications prepared to be sent off to colleges. You can feel the anxiety of all students when you ask them where they are planning to apply and if their essays have been written and scornfully reviewed by their colored pen happy English teachers. Some confident students have already sent in their applications for early decisions. This can be very helpful to make sure that their choice of school has room for them and they will not be knocked off the list. Good luck and happy writing to all seniors who plan to continue their education. Thank you for watching our news update. This has been Tricia Davis and John McGee. Stay tuned for a special presentation on East and West students' trip to Spain and France.